Hey, it's Michael, aka Oscar Man. And some actors won one of these guys in years where they appeared in two, sometimes three films that could also have been considered worthy of a nomination. I'll be asking you which of those performances you think was the best one. So let's explore.
Were you a failure at the one most important relationship in your life? Were you?
Is that a yes, Mrs. Kramer?
Though she was part of the sweep for Kramer versus Kramer, she also appeared in two other films that year. For her performance as the attorney in The Seduction of Joe Tynan, Streep was awarded the New York Film Critics, National Board of Review, Los Angeles Film Critics, and National Society of Film Critics Awards in tandem with Kramer. All but the latter also added her role as Woody Allen's ex-wife in Manhattan.
What were you doing lurking around outside the cabin anyway?
I was spying on you guys because I knew what was happening in there. You were falling in love.
So you felt that you had to run her over with the car?
Do I look like the type of person that would run someone over in a car? You know how slowly I was going?
Not slowly enough that you didn't rip the whole front porch of the cabin off.
Now, as you know, the Academy does not allow an actor to be nominated more than once in a category. So do you think they made the right choice for Meryl that year? Yul Brynner was another triple threat, winning his Best Actor Oscar for The King and I.
Come.
But in 1956, he also appeared in Anastasia alongside Best Actress winner Ingrid Bergman.
Didn't you say the other day it reminded you of something?
Yes, of my firstborn.
And your first love, no doubt.
Yes.
Who was he?
I can't remember.
Was he fair or was he dark with a mustache?
I don't know.
And The Ten Commandments.
I know you, my sweet. You're a sharp-clawed, treacherous little peacock. But you're food for the gods. And I'm going to have all of you.
Which of these three performances would you have chosen for Brynner? Two actresses won Oscars in years where they both appeared in another film based on the same book. In 2019, Laura Dern won Best Supporting Actress for her performance as the no-nonsense attorney Nora in Marriage Story.
God is in heaven. God is the Father, and God didn't show up. So you have to be perfect, and Charlie can be a fuck-up, and it doesn't matter. You will always be held to a different, higher standard. And it's fucked up, but that is the way it is.
She also co-starred in the sixth film version of Little Women. Katharine Hepburn won the first of her four Best Actress Oscars for 1933's Morning Glory.
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo cold, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo doth thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee.
She played Jo in the first sound film adaptation of Little Women.
To the moon. Now, when I stop toward you, with wicked intentions. Oh, Amy, you. Draw back in horror, covering your eyes with your hands. Rodrigo! Ah! Save me!
Did Dern and Hepburn win for their best performances that year, or were their respective roles in Little Women worthy of consideration? In 1995's The Usual Suspects, Kevin Spacey's performance as Roger earned him the first of his 2 Oscar wins.
Rat on your pop, and Kaiser Soze will get you. And no one ever really believes.
Do you believe in him, Verbal?
Keaton always said, I don't believe in God, but I'm afraid of him. Well, I believe in God. And the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze.
That same year, Spacey also starred in the little scene Swimming with Sharks.
You are nothing! If you were in my toilet bowl, I wouldn't bother flushing it. My bath mat means more to me than you. You see this? This means more to the office than you. And yet, do you hear any complaints when I do this? These pencils more important. These pens more important. These paper clips more important. You miserable little crybaby! You don't like it here, leave. There are thousands of people who would kill for your spot, who would kill for the opportunity to be here.
As movie executive Buddy Ackerman, Spacey was brutal, and I can tell you that this was a pretty accurate depiction of how the industry can be. Though most are familiar with the film for which Spacey won, you should check out the other movie he made that year. Kate Winslet was all over the place in 2008. She won Best Actress for The Reader, a performance that netted her a host of awards in the supporting category.
Before the trial, I never thought about the past. I never had to.
Now, what do you feel now?
It doesn't matter what I feel. It doesn't matter what I think. The dead are still dead.
She was also nominated for, and even won, the Golden Globe as Best Actress in that year's Revolutionary Road.
I really mean that you're sick!
And do you know what you are?
What?
You're disgusting!
Oh, yeah?
You don't fool me, Frank. Just because you got me safely in this little trap, you think you can bully me into feeling whatever you want me to feel!
In a trap!
Yes,
You
yes.
in a trap!
Me,
Jesus
Frank!
Christ!
Me!
Don't make me laugh!
Pathetic, self-deluded little boy! Look at you! Look at you and tell me how by any stretch of the imagination you can call yourself a man!
While I think Winslet gave strong performances in 2 very different films, I wish the Academy had nominated her for Revolutionary Road. A veteran of film and television, Burl Ives received his only nomination and win as Best Supporting Actor in 1958's The Big Country.
When you invade my home like it was the law or God Almighty, then I say to you, I've seen every kind of critter God ever made, and I ain't never seen a meaner, lower, more stinking yellow hypocrite than you.
Ives had some scene-stealing moments as Rufus Hennessy, but Ives also stole scenes as Big Daddy in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, released the same year.
This is what my father left me. This lousy old suitcase. And on the inside was nothing. Nothing but his uniform from the Spanish-American War. This was his legacy to me. Nothing at all. And I built this place from nothing.
This is one of those instances where I think a second Oscar-worthy performance helped an actor to win. For which film would you have nominated Burl Ives? There is another winner who had a triple-plus threat year, but I'm saving that one for last because I know it's not among your favorites. Right now, I'll mention Jo Van Fleet, who had the good fortune to be featured in 3 Oscar-winning films in the same year, which also was her first year in movies. The Academy nominated Van Fleet for her brief but intense performance as Kate in East of Eden, for which she won Best Supporting Actress.
Your father. He's the purest man there is, isn't he? Oh, he thought he had me all tied up with his purity. Now I give you $5,000 of the money that I made to save him his purity. If you don't think that's funny, you better not go to college.
Van Fleet was also outstanding as Susan Hayward's mother in I'll Cry Tomorrow.
Believe me, it's not a question of what I want. It's what is. It's facts. You start here, you get there, you don't turn back. And there's the fact. You're a star.
Van Fleet's third film role was Bessie, the gossip, in The Rose Tattoo, for which Anna Magnani won Best Actress.
Not no farther than a Mardi Gras club is. Estelle Hohengarten, the blackjack dealer from Texas. Bessie, get into your blouse and let's get out of here. Well, everybody knows. All come out at the inquest. Serafina was laying there in bed with her eyes shut tight and the sheet pulled over her head like a female offspring.
The Academy could have easily nominated Van Fleet for I'll Cry Tomorrow, and I think she still would have won. But her performance in East of Eden remains one of my favorite wins in the supporting actress category. Which performance do you think was the right one for Van Fleet to have been nominated? Both lead actor winners for 1965 appeared in two films that were Best Picture nominees. Lee Marvin was named Best Actor for his comedic turn in Cat Ballou.
And you all the time laughing at me. Silly old man looking after that young thing. Well, Bud, I'm gonna see that you do the right thing.
Right thing?
Yeah. Guns, bottles, fists, knives, clubs.
Marvin also co-starred in Ship of Fools as Tenny.
I never could hit a curveball on the outside corner.
I beg your pardon?
I never could hit a curveball on the outside corner.
Well, it's very interesting. What does it mean?
You wouldn't know if I told you.
Now, many of you know that one of my all-time favorite winners is Julie Christie in Darling.
We are not complicating our holiday with any disgusting sexcapades.
Brother and sister till death us do part.
Done. Share and share alike.
Everything split down the middle.
Absolutely.
Christie had a banner year, also starring in the blockbuster Dr. Zhivago.
We've been together 6 months, on the road and here. We've not done anything you'll have to lie about to Tonya. I don't want you to have to lie about me. You understand that, Yuri? You understand everything.
While I gather that the movie-going public likely thought Christie should have been nominated for her role as Laura, her winning performance as the amoral model Diana Scott garnered the actress the lion's share of awards. Did Lee Marvin and Julie Christie win for the right films? In the early days of the Oscars, the rules permitted actors to compete against themselves in the same category. In 1930, George Arliss won Best Actor for the title role in Disraeli.
Myers, not being a party man, but a patriot, saw the greatness of the idea and stood by me. I sent Deeford to Ishmael. Spies got wind of what I was doing, and Russia knew. So Deeford had to go in a hurry, a race for an empire. He had succeeded, understand me?
There were 5 other nominees in the category, one of them being Arliss, nominated a second time for The Green Goddess. That same year, Norma Shearer was among the 6 nominees for Best Actress. She won for The Divorcee.
1, I am, after all, a businesswoman on my way to a convention in Toronto.
And the other reason?
You are much too fascinating.
Ah, Jerry, darling, I have madly loved you for a year or so.
What you feel for me is not love. The call of the gorilla to its mate.
But lost for her performance in Their Own Desire.
If our friend Mrs. Cheever were trying to vamp Dad. Vamp him? Hey, what was she doing, giving you the works?
Oh.
As if anybody could take you away from us. Hey, Mom? Fat chance hater.
Imagine losing an Oscar to yourself. Alicia Vikander won the Best Supporting Actress Oscar for 2015's The Danish Girl.
Can you get him?
I can't.
I need to talk to my husband. I need to hold my husband. I need him. Can't you just get him? Can you at least try?
This is one of those wins that many on this channel believe was a lead performance. Vikander also appeared in Ex Machina.
I'd like us to go on a date.
Yep. Yeah. It'd be fun.
Are you attracted to me?
What?
Are you attracted to me? You give me indications that you are.
I do?
Yes.
How?
Micro-expressions.
Micro-expressions.
The way your eyes fix on my eyes and lips. The way you hold my gaze.
At that year's Golden Globe Awards, Vikander was nominated as lead for The Danish Girl and supporting for Ex Machina. Should this Oscar winner have been nominated in both categories that year? Here are some supporting winners who had 2 films in contention the year they won. In 1939, Thomas Mitchell's performance as Doc Boone in Stagecoach won him Best Supporting Actor.
I haven't been of much value to you, but suppose you could put one on credit.
If talk was money, Doc, you'd be the best customer I got.
I'm leaving town, Jerry.
Honest?
Yes, old friend, and I thought you might, out of memory of our many happy...
All right, Doc. Just this one.
Stay tuned until the end of this video to see Mitchell's acceptance speech, one of the most honest in Oscar history. That same year, Mitchell also played Scarlett O'Hara's father in a little film called Gone with the Wind. In 1941, Mary Astor won her Supporting Actress trophy for The Great Lie.
Sick and tired of doing without things I want. You and that doctor with your crazy ideas of what I can and what I can't eat. You're starving me.
But you've kept very well on this diet, you know you have. And it's not for much longer. And left alone, how you eat.
That's the way I'm made. I'm not one of you anemic creatures who can get nourishment from a lettuce leaf. I'm a musician. I'm an artist.
But she was also seen in a film you may have heard of called The Maltese Falcon. 2001 was a standout year for Jim Broadbent, bringing him the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for Iris.
Elizabeth was far from suspecting that she was herself becoming an object of some interest in the eyes of his friend.
However, more people likely saw Broadbent's performance in that year's Moulin Rouge. And in 1952, Gloria Graham's film work consisted of the Best Picture winner, The Greatest Show on Earth, Sudden Fear, for which star Joan Crawford was nominated as lead actress, and The Bad and the Beautiful, which won the most Oscars that year, including Best Supporting Actress.
Governor's aide.
He was too charming.
Why, he meant nothing, nothing at all. You were even jealous of that Swiss exchange professor just because he was polite.
He was too polite. Now, Rosemary, let's get some sleep.
Oh, James Lee Bartlow, you take a good look at yourself in that mirror. You've changed since you come to Hollywood, and I don't mind telling you, it's no change for the better.
At the time, Gloria Graham's performance was the shortest to win an Oscar, a record she held until, you know who. Diane Keaton gave 2 completely different performances in 1977. The one that won her the Best Actress Oscar was as the title role in the comedy Annie Hall.
Well, you know, she hates Jews. She thinks they just make money, but let me tell you, I mean, she's the one, and is she ever, I'm telling you.
So, did you do those photographs in there, or what?
Yeah, I sort of dabble around, you know.
They're wonderful. You know, they have a quality.
Well, I would like to take a serious photography course.
Photography is interesting because, you know, it's a new art form and a set of aesthetic criteria have not emerged yet.
Aesthetic criteria? You mean whether it's a good photo or not?
But Keaton also received critical acclaim for the dark drama Looking for Mr. Goodbar.
It's Tony boy talking. Remember? You're still my girl. Mine, right?
Get this into one of your two heads. The only one that can think. I am my own girl. I belong to me. Now get out of here. Leave. Go. Go.
I'm trying to believe it.
Believe it.
He's throwing me out.
Yes.
Diane Keaton's iconic portrayal of Annie Hall made her an A-list actress. But wasn't Keaton sort of playing herself in the semi-autobiographical story of her relationship with writer-director Woody Allen? In Goodbar, Keaton showed a much different side, and I always favored this performance. Which one would you have nominated? I want to take a brief moment to thank each of you for watching this video. The Oscars ain't perfect, neither am I for that matter, but they're loaded with history which I enjoy discussing and sometimes debating with you. At the video's conclusion, please take a few seconds to click on the like button, and if you're not yet a subscriber, join our friendly and incredibly knowledgeable community of Oscar nerds for a new video each week, as well as daily polls where you get to become an Academy member. You don't like her. You really don't like her. But putting aside the performance that lost Best Actress of 1954, let's just take a look at what was going on that year with the winner. Grace Kelly had made just 3 films before she won Best Actress for The Country Girl.
That appeals to a lot of us. It did to me. I was so young. His weaknesses, they seemed touching and sweet. They made me love him more. And then one day, he was walking with our son. He let go of his hand. There was traffic, looked the other way. The boy was killed.
Let's look at how many times audiences and Academy members watched films with Grace Kelly that year. There's Dial M for Murder, Rear Window, The Country Girl, and Green Fire. If nothing else, is it fair to say that Grace Kelly was certainly on the minds of voters come Oscar time? Whether you support this choice or not, Kelly was the it girl that year, which also helped a few others after her become Oscar winners. Do you think appearing in multiple films in one year is an advantage for an Oscar nominee? Has history shown that the Academy chose the best performance from those eligible films as discussed here? I know you have lots to say on this, so fire away. And until we meet again, here is that honest to a fault Oscar speech.
First to Thomas Mitchell for his brilliant portrayal in Stagecoach.
I didn't know I was quite that good.